Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to class. Today you need a sturdy armless chair that doesn't have wheels, a set of medium to light dumbbells, and some water for hydration. We're going to work on strength with a really fun circuit. Let's get started with the warm-up. Come behind your chair or off to the side of your chair. It's there for balance if you need it. Have your feet a little bit wider than your shoulders. Start with a semi-squat, sitting back. 2 more. Now semi-squat and reach across. Other side. Swivel the foot and rotate through the hips. So as you reach to the left, you swivel the right foot and vice versa. Little squat and a reach. 1 more each side. Reach across side to side. Reach. Swivel your feet, rotate the hips, and move your whole body. Keep your chest lifted and your shoulders down, thumb up. Now reach for your knees. Shift your weight side to side, sitting back. 1 knee bends at a time. Toes point straight ahead. Hinge at the hips and reach a little deeper. Sit back just a little more as you hinge further forward. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, hold to the right. Sink down and lift up and open the chest. Sink and lift. Lift the heel on the right side as you lift up. Hold it down this time. Now rotate round. You might want your chair here. I'm going to move my chair a little bit so you can see my feet. Press your heel to the floor. Press your heel to the floor and feel a stretch in the ankle. Now lift the body up, lift the heel up, dip down and drop your tailbone. Let's combine these 2 stretches. Press the heel and bend the knees. Press and bend. Front of the hip, calf. 1 more time, calf and front of the hip, open to the front, opening the knees to the side, toes turned out, squat down and press your knees back, stretching through your inner thigh, your groin muscles. Drop your right shoulder down, look up over the left. Let's do the other side. Press the knee back at the same time. Again, press and press. Come to the center, press the knees back, toes forward, lift up. Now shift your weight side to side, reach across, hinge at the hips. 4, 3, 2, hold to the left. Sink and lift up and lift the left heel. Sink down, lift the heel. Open your chest as you bring the arms up. Hold it down right here. Now rotate round and press your heel to the floor, feeling a stretch in your calf. Lift the body up, lift the heel up, and dip down and feel a stretch in the front of your hip. Let's combine it. Press the heel and bend the knee. Press and bend, opening the hip, opening the calf. 1 more, press and bend, open to the front. Toes turned out, heels turned in. Squat down and press your knees back through your hands. Drop your left shoulder down, press the left knee back. Look over your right shoulder. Other side, press the knee back. 1 more time. And again. Come to the center, press the knees back, toes come forward, squat down, lift up and roll your shoulders back. Let's get started with our strength moves. I'm going to start my timer. We're going to do each move for about a minute. So it's a lot of reps. Take a break if you need to. Hinge forward and bend both knees to pick up your dumbbells. Bring your feet close together. We're going to start with a sumo squat. You can bring the dumbbells up to your shoulders. Separate the feet wide, toes turned out. Squat down and lift up. Sit back, making sure throughout the entire movement your abdominals are braced. Sit back through the hips, lengthen the spine, and brace your core muscles. What does bracing feel like? It feels like this tightness around the midsection of your body. So the whole time you're moving in and out of this squat, you're sitting back, you're lifting tall, your abdominals are working. Every movement is an opportunity to strengthen your core. So while we don't have a specific core move today, every movement will strengthen your core if you engage your abdominals. Sitting back and lifting up. One more time, sitting back and lifting up. Now don't forget that movement, we're going to come back to it a couple more times. Bring your feet into a narrower stance, roll your shoulders back and lift your chest. Hinge, row 2 times, and then unhinge and lift up. Hinge forward at the hips, 2 rows, and lift up. Keep going with this. Keep your knees slightly bent on the hinge and row. When you come up, extend your legs. So extend the knees when you come up, and the hips. Hinge at the hips. Drive your elbows up, and lift up tall. Keep the back of your neck long. So as you row, you're looking down at the floor, somewhere in front of your feet. 2 rows, and lift up. Let's do that one more time. Hinge, row, row, and lift up. Now we're coming back to the sumo squat, and we're combining it with the hinge and row. This is going to make you smarter. We're going to create some synapsing in your brain. You're going to have to think a little bit. Sumo squat again. Walk your feet in, hinge and row. Hinge, row, row, come up. Sumo squat 2 times. Lift up, do it again. Sit back, walk in, hinge and row. Lift up. Sumo squat, dumbbells up. Sit back. Step in, hinge, and row 2 times. And lift up. Dumbbells come up to the shoulders. Sit back. Oops, I was meant to do 2. Follow along with me. We'll be good. And lift up. Let's do that again. Sumo squat. Sumo squat again. There's supposed to be 2. Good. Step in, hinge and row. Hinge, row, row, and come up. Side lunge, and step in. Other side. Side lunge, and step in. Keep going. Side lunge. So you're lunging to the side. Step out into a big lunge if you can. Keep all 10 toes facing forward. Hinge at the hip and sit back. Brace your abdominals. Keep your shoulders relaxed, away from your ears. Push off strongly from that foot. Come up tall in between. So when you push off and you step your feet closer together, you stand tall. One more each side. Here it is. Now squat and curl. Squat and curl and curl. squat and curl, and curl, squat and curl. So it's a narrow squat, curl and curl, curl. Yeah, it's a hammer curl. So the palms of your hands keep facing in. Now if that's too fast for you, just slow down and find a pace that works. Squat, curl, and curl. Feet are about hip distance apart. Palms of the hands face in. Elbows close to the side of the body. Now you guess what's coming. We're going to combine the side lunge with the squat and curl. Again, squat, curl, and curl, curl, side lunge. Other side. Squat and curl. Squat, curl. And again, squat, curl, side lunge. Side lunge again. Squat and curl. Squat, curl, curl. Side lunge. Now you might not have guessed what's coming up next, but we're going to combine everything we did into one big giant set. Squat, curl, and curl. Let's see if we can do it. Curl, side lunge, big step out, push off, stand tall, squat and curl, squat, curl, and curl. One more, squat, curl, side lunge, last time. Then we're going to combine everything. Squat and curl, squat, curl, and again, squat, curl, sumo squat, step out, sumo squat again, hinge with 2 rows, hinge, row, row, and come up, side lunge, side lunge, squat and curl, squat, curl, and curl, squat, curl, sumo squat. Now it's a giant set. Sumo squat again, step in, hinge and row, hinge, row, row, and lift up. Side lunge. Did you remember it? Side lunge, squat and curl, squat, curl, and curl. Last one, squat, curl, sumo, sitting back, again, hinge and row, hinge, row, row, lift up, side lunge. We've got about another 40 seconds. Then we're going to take a little break. Squat and curl, squat, curl, curl. Again, squat, curl. Sumo squat, sit back. Sumo squat again. Hinge and row. Hinge, row, row, lift up tall, side lunge. Side lunge and step in, and again, side lunge and step in. Squat, curl, and curl, squat, curl, and curl, squat, curl, and curl. Put your dumbbells on your chair. Let's have a little stretch and a shake out and a sip of water. Roll your wrists, shake out your hands, and stretch your gripping muscles. Other side. Stretch your gripping muscles, roll your shoulders back, and let's grab a sip of water. Okay, now we're done with that. We have one more giant set to learn. It's the same format. We start with one move, we combine it with, and we learn a second move, we combine it. Then we learn a third move, a fourth move, we combine that, and then we put everything together in a big flow. Let's pick up your dumbbells and start with a side squat. Chest lifted. Step out to the side, squat down, and step in. Other side, squat, and step in. So the good news is, you're halfway through the class. Squat and step in. Bring your dumbbells in between your legs as you squat. Keep your chest facing forward. You're hinging at the hips, but you're bending at the knees, and your chest stays facing forward. Sit back. Stand tall in between each repetition, like someone's measuring your height. Keep a hook grip on your dumbbells. One more time. Each side. Now, rear lunge with a shoulder raise. So, lunge back and raise. Lunge back and raise. Now you're raising in a V. Your thumb leads the way. You step back into a lunge onto the ball of your foot. So step back onto the ball of your foot. Keep your heel lifted as you step back. Arms raise about shoulder height or slightly lower. Bend your back knee. This is a tough set. Good. Your heart rate may even, you might notice you're getting a little breathy. When you squat and lunge, it tends to demand a lot of oxygen and your heart rate comes up. That's normal. One more each side. Side squat. Side squat and step in. Other side. Side squat. Now rear lunge and raise. Rear lunge and raise. Rear lunge and raise. Side squat. Sitting back and lifting up. Rear lunge and raise. And raise. Side squat. So the first time we combine it, it's not too bad. Just two things to remember. Side lunge, back, rear lunge and raise. Rear lunge and raise. Side squat. Try not to squeeze your dumbbells. Your hands will really fatigue if you're squeezing your dumbbells. It can also falsely elevate your blood pressure. Lunge back and come up, side squat. This is the last set. Then we move on to two more moves. Rear lunge and raise. Rear lunge, crossover lunge. Cross, behind, step in, cross behind. Now it's not a big crossover, it's just a little crossover. What do I mean by that? Your hips stay facing forward and square. So you're not twisting your hips. You step the leg back, right behind the ankle of the front leg. Keep your feet pointing straight ahead. Try to avoid turning out your toes. Cross back and lift up. This is challenging. It's complex. There's a lot to think about. You should be hinging at the hips, maintaining a neutral spine. Shoulders stay pulled down your back. Chest remains open. One more each side. Now we've got another hinge. Hinge as you bring the hands up. Press back 2 times, hands to shoulders, lift up and down. Hinge. Press back 2 times, hands up, lift up and down. Hinge. Press back. Hinge as the hands come to the shoulders. Press back 2 times, lift up and lower the hands. Hinge. Press back. Try and fully extend your elbows so you feel a contraction in the back of your arms. Again, hands to shoulders, hinge. Press back. Lift up and down. Almost there. Hinge. Sitting back. Press back. Lift up. One more time. Hinge. Sitting back. Pressing back. Lift up. Crossover. Right leg crosses. Left leg crosses. Hinge and tricep press. Hinge. Press. Press. Hands to shoulders. Lift. Cross. Cross. And up. Other side. Cross. Triceps and hinge. Hinge. Press. Press. Up. Down. Cross. Cross. Hinge and triceps. Hinge. Press. Press. Hands. Lift. Down. Cross. And cross. Hinge and triceps. Hinge. Press. Lift. Hands down. Cross. One more time. Cross. Then we're putting the whole thing together. Side squat. Rear lunge and raise. Press. Press. Side squat. Right leg out. Side squat. Rear lunge and raise. Rear lunge and raise. Rear lunge. Raise. Crossover. Cross. Cross again. Hinge and triceps. Hinge. Press. Press. Hands to shoulders. Lift. Side squat. Side squat. And come up. Other side. Bend both knees. Good. Rear lunge and raise. Rear lunge and raise. Crossover. Cross. And lift up. Ooh, big challenge here. Hinge and triceps. Hinge, triceps. Pressing back. Hands to shoulders. Lift. Hands down. Side squat. And lift up. Side squat. Rear lunge and raise. 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 Crossover. Crossover. Hinge and triceps. Hinge, triceps. Press. Press. And lift up. Side squat. Last time. Rear lunge and raise. Rear lunge and raise. Rear lunge and raise. Crossover. Cross. And cross. Hinge and triceps. Hinge, triceps. Press. Press. Lift. Up and down. Let's put your dumbbells down out of the way. We are ready for a stretch. Bend your knees to get there. Whew. Well, that was a big challenge. First of all, let's just roll your wrists and stretch out your hands because that's a lot of gripping. But the good news is you'll strengthen your gripping muscles. That will make it easier to do things like open jars or hold on to something heavy, like you're shopping. Press down and press down and press back and press back and open your chest and roll your shoulders back. Now let's use your chair. We're going to stretch out the front of your thighs, the back of your thighs, and the front of the hips. Stand on your left leg, pick up the right leg, hold on to the shin, the ankle, or the foot, and pull it up behind you. Keep your knees close together. Roll your shoulder back and feel that stretch right up the front of your thigh. Now drop the tailbone down a little bit more. Pull the foot up a little bit more and you'll feel that stretch move right up to the front of your hip. Step the leg back behind you onto the ball of your foot. Dip down and feel an opening through the front of your thigh and hip. Take your right hand and reach up. And release that stretch. Hinge forward at the hip, flexing your left ankle, stretching the hamstring on the left. Come up, and let's go to the other side. I'm just going to move my chair, that's easier for me. Okay, stand on your right leg. Pick up your left foot, holding onto the shin, the ankle, or the foot where your shoelaces are for a deeper stretch. Knees close together. Pull the foot up and in and roll your shoulder back. Stand tall and drop your tailbone a little to increase the stretch and create a stretch right up to the front of your hip. Ooh. Slowly release that. Step back, step forward, dip down. Drop your tailbone, bend both knees. And take your left hand and reach up. Stretch the side of your body. Oh. Slowly release that. Step in and sink into your left hip. Flex the right ankle and feel a stretch down the back of your thigh and into the calf. And lift up. Come take a seat in your chair. You earned it. Sitting on the front third of your chair, lengthening from your tailbone to the crown of your head, take your right hand and reach up. Let's just relax into this stretch. Bring that hand in between your shoulder blades and down your back. Place your left hand on your right elbow and press back. Look forward and feel a stretch in the back of your arm, the tricep. We worked it, so we want to stretch it. Slowly release. Roll your shoulders back and take your left hand and reach up and reach that hand in between your shoulder blades and down your back. Place your hand on the elbow and press back and look forward, feeling a stretch down the back of your arm, in the upper arm, your triceps, right here. And slowly release that. Roll both shoulders back. Inhale and open your chest. Exhale and hands come down. Tilt your right ear over to your right shoulder and nod your head. Lift up and go to the other side. Tilt your left ear over to your left shoulder and nod the head very gently. Keep the head tilted and just nod it like you're saying, oh yeah. And lift up. Turn your head all the way around to the right, looking over your shoulder. Other side. Tilt your head, turn your head right back, looking back over your shoulder, and come back to the front. Take a big deep breath in, reaching out to the side. Exhale and come down. Let's repeat that. And one more time. Big deep breath. And exhale. Hands on the thighs. Hinge forward. Push out of the chair and rotate side to side. Swivel the feet. Rotate the whole body. and hold to the front. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs. That was a big brain twister. It'll definitely recruit some new neurons in your brain, as well as some new muscle fibers in your body and in your muscles. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your day.